The doctor walked into my recovery room and said, "Your test results came back positive. We need to discuss what this means for your life going forward." I blinked awake from anesthesia, my side throbbing where they'd removed my appendix 3 hours ago. Dr. Okonkwo stood at the foot of my bed with a tablet, looking more serious than when she'd explained the surgery that morning. She pulled up a chair. Doctors don't sit down for good news. "During your appendectomy, we ran routine blood work. Something showed up that we need to address. You tested positive for a condition that's transmitted through blood." My brain was still foggy from anesthesia, but those words cut through clearly. Transmitted through blood. During my surgery, Dr. Okonkwo made a note on her tablet. "This is permanent. You're going to need to inform any partners about your status. Anyone who might have been exposed in the last 6 months. You'll need ongoing monitoring and careful management for the rest of your life." The room started spinning. Permanent. Monitoring for life. My girlfriend Amber was in the hallway. My mind raced through every medical drama I'd ever seen, every news story about contaminated blood supplies. This is more common than people think, though there's unfortunately still stigma attached to it. With proper management, people live completely normal lives, but you need to understand this changes things. Partners, exposed, stigma, changes things. I knew exactly what she was telling me. The next 2 hours were the worst of my life. Dr. Okonkwo left to consult with the infectious disease team, and I stared at the ceiling tiles trying not to panic. Infectious disease. I'd come in for a routine surgery and was leaving with HIV. It had to be HIV. What else is transmitted through blood, requires lifelong monitoring, and has stigma attached? I thought about Amber in the waiting room. We'd been together for 2 years. We were talking about moving in together. Now I had to tell her she needed to get tested because of my surgery. A nurse came in to check my vitals, wearing more protective equipment than before. Gloves, gown, face shield. She saw me staring and gave me a sympathetic smile. "Just following updated protocols, honey. Nothing to worry about." Updated protocols, because now I was contaminated. Another doctor came in, introduced himself as Dr. Boson from hematology. "We need to run a few more tests. Check your levels. This is standard for cases like yours. We'll need to monitor you every 3 months, probably for the next several years." Years of monitoring, 3-month check-ins, just like I'd read about HIV management. Dr. Okonkwo returned with another doctor she introduced as Dr. Weltkins. They spoke in low voices near the door, and I caught fragments. "Rare presentation. Need to notify the donation center. Update the registry." "Donation center?" I asked. "Are you telling me who gave me this?" Dr. Okonkwo turned. "We need to document the source for medical records. The important thing is you're stable now." Stable now, implying I might not be stable later. Through the door, I could hear voices in the hallway. Amber talking to my mom. "They won't let me see him. They keep saying he needs rest, but something feels wrong. Why is everyone crying?" My mom's voice cracked. "I don't know, honey. They just said there were complications from the surgery." Footsteps approached. Amber appeared, face streaked with tears. "Can I please come in?" Dr. Weltkins blocked the doorway. "Let's give him a few more minutes while we finalize things." "Finalize what?" Amber's voice broke. "What's wrong with him?" They guided her away, and I heard a nurse mention special handling procedures for the samples. Dr. Okonkwo returned with forms. "You need to sign consent for ongoing monitoring and register with medical databases. It's required by law for cases like yours." Required by law. Government tracking. My hands trembled holding the pen. 2 hours ago I was healthy. Now I was signing my life away. Dr. Okonkwo sat down and studied my face. "Why do you look so terrified right now?" "Because you just told me I contracted HIV from the surgery." Her eyes went wide. "What? No, you don't have HIV. You didn't get infected with anything. During your blood work, we discovered you have an extremely rare blood type called Rh null, golden blood. There are fewer than 50 people in the world with it. That's what you tested positive for." I stared at her, my brain refusing to process. A blood type? Not a disease. A blood type. Transmitted through blood meant it's genetic from your parents. Lifelong monitoring means we're hoping you'll donate blood quarterly because you could save lives. Informing partners is for family planning if you have kids. The infectious disease team was never about you. That was a different patient. The donation center and registries are for rare blood donors, not disease tracking. The special handling is because your blood is valuable, not contaminated. Every phrase crashed through my mind with new meaning. "So I'm not sick? You're completely healthy. You're just incredibly rare and could save lives if someone with your blood type needs a transfusion." I started laughing, half hysterical. I thought I was dying. Dr. Okonkwo put her head in her hands. "I'm so sorry. I should have said you're completely healthy first. You've been sitting here for 2 hours thinking the worst." When Amber finally rushed into the room, I was still laughing and crying at the same time, and all I could say was, "I have the fanciest blood in the world."